Hi everybody, I'm Rachael Ray, and today I'm exploring the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Home to Betsy Ross and the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall, unlimited shopping in fantastic restaurants. But all of this really good food can come with a revolutionary price tag.
Money, money, money.
Does that worry me? Not a bit, because I've got 24 hours and $40 to see if I can ring in some of the best food bargains ever. Can I do it? Watch and see.
Money, money, money.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is the quintessential American city. After all, the Declaration of Independence was written and signed here. Not to mention the fact that this was actually our nation's capital until 1800. You never have to look far in Philly to see that the patriotic history of the city is preserved to this day. Gotcha. But a colorful journey back in time is only the beginning of what Philly has to offer. These days, the city is a thriving center for education, culture, and the arts. It also happens to be home to some of the finest eateries our nation has to offer. Decadent dining opportunities like a meal at the acclaimed Le Bec Fin abound. But on my budget, I'll have to do some exploring. To make the most of my $40, I'm scouring the streets of this modern-day melting pot to find the greatest meals for the best deals. And thanks to some research, I'm well on my way. You know, before I head out to any destination that's new for me, I go on the internet and get as much information as I can. And anytime it's a new city, I look up where to find the open markets, because I love them. Here in Philly, the open market is called the Reading Terminal Market, and in 1892, it was actually the largest market in all of America, and it is still thriving today. Guess where I'm headed next. The Reading Railroad built the Terminal Market 100 years ago to function as a train station and house the two open markets that already existed on the site. 86 merchants currently fill the market to capacity, and over 80,000 people pass through each year to check out the enormous variety of sights, smells, sounds, and edible and non-edible goods on display here. Today, I'm happy to be one of them. That is so true. Eat fish, live longer. Look at them. Now that's a sticky bun. Look at these beautiful farm eggs. Quail eggs, too. All grass-fed. Down Home Diner. See what they got. Buckwheat pancakes, corn cakes, barnyard eggs. Yum! The Down Home Diner may be the perfect pit stop for the hungry, budget-minded market-goer. Featuring Southern home-style cooking at down-home prices, the diner is famous for serving up stick-to-your-ribs comfort food in an ultra-friendly setting. The high volume of traffic through the market keeps business bustling, so the food stays fresh and the cost stays low. Proprietor Jack McDavid originally hails from Virginia, but has become a household name in Philly by combining his farm boy roots with some serious culinary training to keep his patrons well fed. Trademark dishes are made from scratch with fresh ingredients from right inside the market. Now, what are you working on here? Is this sausage?
We're going to make a turkey sausage. Everybody's concerned about the fat and pork.
Right.
Pork's not bad for you, but too much fat is.
Okay.
So we're going to make a turkey sausage today. And what we do is we start off with turkey thighs. We skin them, we bone them, we come up with a turkey thigh piece of meat.
Look at that, boneless, skinless, beautiful, ready to go.
We grind it, and we come up with
fresh ground turkey.
Fresh ground turkey.
Beautiful.
And in this, we add a little maple syrup.
Yummy. Real maple syrup.
Ma'am, there's only one type of maple syrup, and that's
of course.
Then we add some black pepper, some sage, and some salt. And then we mix it up. And you really want to work the meat well. If you work it, it helps break up the proteins, and the proteins will help the sausage stick together.
Keep it simple so you can taste the flavor.
It's wonderful flavors that way. So now we're gonna make the simple patties.
Let me get out of your way. I guess you're going for the grill.
Yes, ma'am, we're cooking. We're doing the patties. And you can make them perfect if you want to. We don't have to make them exactly perfect.
You can't have a place called Down Home Diner and have things be perfect.
Well, they can be perfect. They just don't have to be sculpted. So now we have some sausage cooking.
That looks gorgeous. Now, what do you serve that with? That goes with the corn cakes?
We do a corn cake.
You know, my daddy's from down south, and he calls them Johnny cake.
Well, you know, they're called hoe cakes. They're called corn cakes. They're called a lot of different things.
Regardless of what they're called, Jack makes his corn cakes the old-fashioned way, grinding his own cornmeal and eyeballing the mixture to perfection. You see, now, this is the way I cook. I just like to just feel my way, the measuring cups and all that.
I can't afford measuring cups. They cost too much, ma'am.
Right on. Jack says the secret to fluffy corn cakes is not over-mixing, and I can't wait to see if he's right. While Jack puts the final touches on my breakfast, I grab a seat at the counter. Thank you. What a masterpiece. Get a little maple syrup action going. Real maple syrup. Yum. Wow. The roasted cornmeal really gives it this very deep, nutty flavor almost. Absolutely fabulous. Let's try a little of that homemade sausage. Beautiful. The sage is nice and savory, and the maple gives a little bit of sweetness. You know, that's one of the things I love about open markets. The food just does not get any fresher. And not only can you deal with all of the local growers and the manufacturers and the bakers directly, you also have the benefit of places like this that cash in on the high flow of traffic and that use all of these great fresh ingredients. Absolutely fantastic and affordable way to start the day. I'm down with Down Home Diner. Turns out my spending's down too, including coffee, tax, and tips. This amazing breakfast rings in at $8.21. The farmer's market once again proves it's a truly great American institution. Okay, cheesesteak. Coming up, the sandwich that made Philadelphia famous. It's a work of art. But will something this tasty take a huge bite out of my budget? Man, this smells good. Stay tuned.
This Food Network program brought to you by HP Digital Photography. Click, print, invent.
You left me, you set me through. I'm all alone, lost without you. What shall I do? Out of the picture, out of the frame. And now when you see me, nothing's the same. Your lips are kissing.
The HP PhotoSmart 375 prints brilliant color photos without a PC in as little as 60 seconds. Brilliantly simple.
Starting your own business is stressful. So is having a child. Kate Sullivan is trying to do both.
Hopefully I can get the cake in the oven before Sam needs to get off my back.
Can she balance baby and baking? Recipe for Success. Sunday at 10:30 on Food Network.
With 1/3 less sugar than soda, the same Kool-Aid you loved as a kid, you can love even more as a mom.
Hey, Kool-Aid! Whoa!
Oh, yeah. You can probably tell it's got great pickup.
Let's pick up my friends.
Well, okay.
We have to get Bob.
Who's Bob?
Come on, Bob. My blood sugar's low. Give me the bag. Do you have any money? Where's my nugget?
What do you think of the DVD? Sorry.
Let's test the red one now.
Sienna, it has everything kids want and everything you need. Toyota, moving forward.
You sent us your kitchen nightmares. Now we're making your dreams come true. All-Star Kitchen Makeover. 4 Food Network chefs redesign the way you cook.
We're gonna fix you up.
All-Star Kitchen Makeover premieres August 6th at 9/8 Central on Food Network.
Money, money, money.
Save money by dining on the local specialty. As establishments compete to be the talk of the town, quality goes up and prices go down. No neighborhood embodies the spirit of Philadelphia more than South Philly. This place has been drawing immigrants to the American dream for over 300 years. The locals know the area as home to scores of mom-and-pop stores and restaurants. But the nation knows it as the home of Rocky Balboa. Now, Rocky might have quelled his hunger with a raw egg milkshake, but I plan to quell mine with a Philly cheesesteak. Everybody tells me you cannot leave Philly without trying one, and everybody seems to have a different idea where they make them the best.
The best place to go for Philly cheesesteak would probably be Pat's.
Gino's in that's a backyard.
Hands down, the best place to get a Philly cheesesteak is Jim's Steak.
Wow, Rocky isn't the only one fighting to be #1 here in Philly. There is some serious competition when it comes to the city's signature food item, the Philadelphia cheesesteak sandwich. Everywhere you look, vendors are striving to create the perfect combination of sizzling steak and melted cheese. And for people in search of a satisfying, inexpensive meal, the pursuit of happiness is the pursuit of the ultimate cheesesteak. Since they all claim to be the best, I decide to try the place I'm closest to, and that's Jim's Steaks, a local favorite since 1939. Using their original recipe of freshly baked bread and quality beef sliced on the premises, Jim's has become a bona fide Philadelphia tradition. The folks in the neighborhood recommend it, so I figure it's worth checking out. The mouth-watering menu is short and sweet. I know exactly what I want.
Hi, how are you? Smells great. Can I have a steak sandwich with the provolone and onions?
What would you like to drink?
Do you have root beer?
Yes, ma'am.
Root beer, please. It's a work of art. Thank you. Thank you. You have a nice day, too. So friendly.
Man, this smells good. My very first Philly cheesesteak. No kidding. Yum. Now I feel like a Philadelphian. Man, that is delicious. Wow, those onions are just perfect, nice and sweet. You know, you can't come to Philly and not do a cheesesteak. And that's where the locals are going to really help you out. Because the question is not whether or not it's affordable, it's who makes the best. Well, that and the prices, of course. $5.19 with tax for this awesome, super filling local delicacy? Forget about it. And I still have over $26 left in my wallet. That's what South Philly is all about. When we return, I set out to find some sweets. Breakfast from heaven, chocolate Belgian waffles. Oh my Lord. But can I afford to sample a little taste of heaven? Find out next. One of the best parts of Philadelphia is how easy it is to walk from one section of town to another. Most of the sites you want to explore are only a short distance apart. Cobblestone streets and brick sidewalks make Philly a walking town if ever there was one.
Twins!
What strikes me most about Philly is the contrast between cosmopolitan energy and colonial charm. Nothing says American history like our nation's first capital, Philadelphia. In fact, if you walk around Philly long enough, you are bound to bump into our founding fathers themselves.
Moves along the curb, step up, moves along the curb, yeah, moves along the curb. Are there any among you who
who are willing to fight for the rights of Americans, we ask that you step forward at this time and join the ranks of these brave individuals. Captain, and right shoulder, arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward, forward, arm. Left, right, left,
You know, more than most cities I visited, Philadelphia has a real and tangible and vibrant sense of history. I mean, it's all around you, everywhere you look. And a friend of mine, Peter, before I left home, he was telling me about, down here in the historic district, there's a candy shop that is one of America's oldest and definitely most beloved. Sounds really sweet, right? I'm gonna check it out.
The quaint and scenic neighborhood known as Old City is the perfect locale for Shane's Candy Store, which has been around since 1876. It just may be the oldest existing candy store in America, and it'll make you feel like a kid again. If you're not already a kid, that is.
Wow. You don't see places like this anymore, do you?
Thank you, and have a good day. Bye.
That's not a day-long sucker. That's more like a week-long sucker. Oh, Misty Mints. We always called them Dream Mints. Breakfast from heaven, chocolate Belgian waffles. Oh, my Lord. Mint souffle, those look good. Mint sandwiches, those look yummy. Here's the Misty Mints. Pretzels.
Barry Shane is the third generation in his family to make and sell candy here the old-fashioned way. Barry says that fresh candy made from scratch on the premises is the key to a quality product.
You have to look over the batches. They have to give us some tender loving care. So each time that we make a good batch of candy, you know, it feels good.
How do you keep the candy so affordable?
Especially today with the price of the chocolate going up so much, it's kind of difficult, but we do it handmade and we have to really watch the cost. It is difficult, but to remain competitive, we want to keep the price underneath $10 a pound.
Wow, underneath $10 a pound. It's a wonderful way to make a living, I would think.
Sure,
all you do is make
good.
people happy.
Yeah.
Talk about worth a trip. But Barry has one more secret to keep customers coming back year after year.
The candy store like this may bring a customer in once or twice, but if the candy's not good, they won't come back.
For handmade quality candies at historic prices, I know I'll come back to Shane's every time I visit Philly.
Oh, and there's the good old-fashioned buttercreams.
I decide to pick up a box of buttercreams as a thank you gift for the friend that told me about this sweet spot.
I think that'll take care of it. Great. Thank you so much. Okay. You know, what a great tip this was. I really have to thank Peter, my friend that recommended the place. I'm going to thank him in person with those chocolates. I got to tell you, that's a great tip, though. When you're traveling, tell all your friends about it. The most valuable and the most reliable food tips are always going to come from them.
The freshly made buttercreams are Shane's top-selling item, and a quarter-pound box is the right size and the right price. In fact, I still have over $24 left to spend on dinner.
Wow, they make you blush. Wow, look at that market, huh?
Next, a tip from a local vendor leads to an authentic Italian meal.
We're from the neighborhood. The family's born and raised around here, and they carried on.
Perfect. It'll be like Mama's.
Except for the price, of course.
Beautiful.
Stay tuned.
Iron Chef America Season 2, when new challengers put their
Local hotspots are popular for a reason. Plus, the high volume of business usually ensures great food at great prices. One of the premier examples of Philadelphia's exuberance and vitality is the Italian market in South Philly. You've got to check out this stateside slice of Italy for its zesty aromas and tantalizing sights. And not to mention some of the most lively vendors this side of the Atlantic.
Nice crabs overhead today. I'll grab 3. One live, one live, one live.
Where better to get a dinner recommendation than from some of the local vendors?
Do you have any favorites? Any favorite restaurants for supper? Real authentic.
The Villa de Roma. Fresh prosciutto, grilled eggplant, sharp provolone.
What's a good place in the neighborhood for dinner?
Oh, you could go right next door to the Villa de Roma.
Villa de Roma, you're like, everybody says that, so I think that's the vote.
It's a home cooking meal, and
yeah?
right from the neighborhood. The family's born and raised around here, and they carried on.
Perfect, it'll be like Mama's.
That's
Although
exactly.
don't tell her I said that.
I won't say it.
Villa de Roma is a family-owned and operated favorite in South Philly's Italian community. Since 1900, the restaurant has been serving up delicious traditional Italian fare in a simple, no-frills environment. If you want loads of pasta or an entree smothered in rich, flavorful sauce, this is the place to be. The family who owns Villa de Roma actually owns the building as well. With no rent to pay and a huge volume of ingredients moving briskly through the restaurant, proprietors are able to provide a great meal at a great deal.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Can I get you something from the bar before dinner?
Yes. Do you have a nice Chianti by the
Yes, I do. Strozzi.
I'll have that. Smells great. Let's see what we got here. Chicken Sicilian. You have chicken Sicilian. How is that prepared?
That's chunks of chicken sauteed in butter, garlic, mushrooms, black olives, onions, capers, and cherry peppers.
What, are you kidding? My Sicilian mother would never forgive me if I didn't try this classic dish. And I know she'd want me to try a little scarole on the side to see whether or not it stands up to my own Italian roots. With the wine and the scarole, I will go a little bit over budget. But for Mama, I decide to splurge.
It smells like home. Oh, I'm so excited to try this. Yep, they can call this chicken Sicilian. My Sicilian family would love this. You know what's cool about Sicilian food? There's always a kick in the background. It's got a little bit of heat for some hot peppers. It's got a little bit of tang from some capers and olives. It's kind of pow-pow food, you know? It's fantastic. But the real test is going to be in the scarole. Thumbs up. Not bitter at all. It's absolutely perfect. Not too much garlic. Cooked in a little chicken broth. Escarole, that's all there is in the pot. Fabulous. I'm so happy. I'm in heaven. Only thing is I wish Mama was here. But you know, this is the reason that you come to South Philly. To taste authentic Italian cooking, recipes that are handed down from generation to generation. It's always affordable. It's friendly. You can put your elbows on the table. You can laugh out loud. It's delicious.
In fact, all the food I've had today in Philadelphia has been delicious. The corn cakes and turkey sausage for breakfast, an incredible Philly cheesesteak for lunch, homemade buttercreams from Shane's candy store, and now this authentic Italian dinner. Okay, so I am $1.13 over budget. I could have skipped the wine or the scarole, but I decided going over budget just a little on this meal was worth every cent and more.
I'm Rachael Ray. Join me next time when we discover the food and the people of a whole new place for just $40 a day.
For more information about this episode or to share your bargain dining tips, please log on to our website at foodnetwork.com.